Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our show, Education and Career with Nazim. Today we have a remarkable individual. We'll talk about that a moment later. But for now, let me welcome you to ION TV and those who are joining via Sky 782 or Facebook streaming or live or YouTube streaming. Thank you for joining and আপনাদেরকে স্বাগতম জানাচ্ছি। আমার আজকের গেস্ট হচ্ছে আতিক চৌধুরী। Atik Chaudhary has multiple talents. So let me start saying that he has achieved so much across multiple industries, and I have found it very difficult to find a second individual that I come across in my life. And I can tell you, I have not found someone like Atik Chaudhary in my entire life. So Atik Chaudhary, he has strong footprint in multiple industries across various sectors. For example, his award-winning restaurants, his pharmaceutical industry, his property empire, his connection with top officials from Africa, Asia and Europe is almost second to none. So in order to see the full journey of Atik Chaudhary, we will see a documentary, but viewers, please allow me to introduce Atik Chaudhary. Atik bhai.
Assalamu alaikum, Nazim bhai.
Thank you. Thank you. Atik bhai, shall we show a documentary of yours?
Yeah, please.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.
একজন মানুষ, এক স্বপ্ন, আর সেই স্বপ্নকে বাস্তবে রূপ দেওয়ার অদম্য সংগ্রাম। স্টোক নিউইংটন, লন্ডনের বুকে জন্ম নিয়েছিল একটি গল্প, বাংলাদেশি বংশোদ্ভূত একজন শেফ ও উদ্যোক্তার গল্প, যিনি শুধু খাবারের স্বাদই নয়, ছুঁয়ে গেছেন হাজারো মানুষের মন। তিনি আতিক ইসলাম চৌধুরী, যিনি শুধু একজন শেফ নন, একজন দূরদর্শী উদ্যোক্তা এবং কমিউনিটির এক নিবেদিত প্রাণ ব্যক্তিত্ব। 1943 সালের 5ই মে হার্টফোর্ডশায়ারের সেন্ট আলবান্সে জন্ম নেওয়া আতিকের উদ্যোক্তা হওয়ার স্বপ্ন শুরু হয় খুব অল্প বয়স থেকেই। স্কুলে থাকতেই তিনি একটি ছোট সফল টাক শপ চালাতেন, যা তার ভবিষ্যতের ইঙ্গিত দিচ্ছিল। 80-র দশকে তার বাবা মায়ের দক্ষিণ ভারতীয় নিরামিষ রেস্টুরেন্টের শেফরা চলে গেলে আতিক হাল ধরেন। এরপর আর পেছনে ফিরে তাকাতে হয়নি। 1984 সালে তিনি স্টোক নিউইংটনে চলে আসেন এবং নিজের ভারতীয় রেস্টুরেন্ট পরিচালনা শুরু করেন। 1990 সালে স্ত্রী ময়ের সাথে মিলে খোলেন তাদের স্বপ্নের থাই রেস্টুরেন্ট ইয়ম ইয়ম। এটি এতটাই জনপ্রিয় হয় যে 1992 সালে তিনি তার পুরনো ভারতীয় রেস্টুরেন্ট স্পাইসেসকেও থাই রেস্টুরেন্টে রূপান্তরিত করেন। ব্যবসা আরও বাড়াতে 1995 সালে লাভবরতেও আরেকটি শাখা খোলেন। আতিকের স্বপ্ন শুধু রেস্টুরেন্টেই সীমাবদ্ধ ছিল না। তিনি একটি থাই ইন্টারনেট ক্যাফে স্থাপন করেন এবং এশিয়ান ওরিয়েন্টাল স্কুল অফ কেটারিং প্রতিষ্ঠা করেন, যা তরুণদের শেফ হিসেবে প্রশিক্ষণ ও কর্মসংস্থানের সুযোগ দেয়। 1995 সালে তিনি থাই রেস্টুরেন্ট অ্যাসোসিয়েশনের সহ-প্রতিষ্ঠাতা হন। তিনি হোটেল এবং কেটারিং শিল্পে নতুন ন্যাশনাল ভোকেশনাল কোয়ালিফিকেশন প্রতিষ্ঠার জন্য একটি গুরুত্বপূর্ণ প্রকল্প ব্রেকিং দ্য লক জ্যামের নেতৃত্ব দেন। কঠোর পরিশ্রম ও উন্নতিশীল চেতনার ফলশ্রুতি আতিক অসংখ্য পুরস্কারে ভূষিত হন। 1996 এবং 1999 সালে এগান রনিজ গাইড ওরিয়েন্টাল রেস্টুরেন্টস ওরিয়েন্টাল শেফ অফ দ্য ইয়ার, 1986 এবং 1999 সালে কেটারার অ্যান্ড হোটেল কিপার হেলদি মেনু অ্যাওয়ার্ড এবং 1999 সালে হ্যাকনি চেম্বার অফ কমার্স অ্যাওয়ার্ড ফর বেস্ট সার্ভিস ইন বিজনেস তার ঝুলিতে আসে। তার জাপানি রেস্টুরেন্ট ঐশী 2012 সালে এশিয়ান কারি অ্যাওয়ার্ডসে সেরা জাপানি রেস্টুরেন্টের সম্মাননা পায়। বর্তমানে তিনি উত্তর লন্ডনের 3টি জনপ্রিয় রেস্টুরেন্ট ব্র্যান্ডের মালিক, যেগুলো হলো ইয়ামিয়াম খাই, জাপানি ঐশী এবং মেক্সিকান মার্কাদো। ব্যক্তিগত জীবনে আতিক থাইল্যান্ডের ময়ে সিরিরাতকে বিবাহ করেছেন এবং তাদের ঋষি নামে একটি ছেলে আছে। তিনি একজন নিবেদিত প্রাণ আর্সেনাল ফুটবল ক্লাবের সমর্থক। সম্প্রতি কোভিড-19 মহামারীর সময় তার বাবা দাবিরুল চৌধুরীর তহবিল সংগ্রহের প্রচেষ্টায় তিনি বড় ভূমিকা রাখেন, যার ফলশ্রুতি তার বাবা রানী দ্বিতীয় এলিজাবেথের কাছ থেকে অর্ডার অফ দ্য ব্রিটিশ এম্পায়ার খেতাব লাভ করেন। আতিক চৌধুরী শুধু একজন সফল ব্যবসায়ী নন, তিনি একজন অনুপ্রেরণা। তার গল্প প্রমাণ করে যে কঠোর পরিশ্রম, স্বপ্ন এবং কমিউনিটির প্রতি ভালোবাসা থাকলে যে কোনো কিছু সম্ভব। তিনি প্রমাণ করেছেন রন্ধন শিল্প কেবল পেশা নয়, এটি হতে পারে নেতৃত্বের হাতিয়ার, উত্তরাধিকার গঠনের মাধ্যম।
কি চমৎকার জীবন আপনার আতিক ভাই। সেই জীবনের থেকে আমরা অনেক কিছু শেখার ট্রাই করব। তো এই টোটাল প্রোগ্রামটা আমরা 3টে সেগমেন্টে ভাগ করব। প্রথম সেগমেন্ট হচ্ছে ফরমেশন অ্যান্ড ফাউন্ডেশন ইয়ার্স। So the achievement that you are enjoying, it must be grounded to your formation and foundation years, your early education, your high school, and your friendship, and many other things. If you can talk about it, please. Yes.
You know, what I would say would be that the early informative years is the most important, and environment is very important, and surrounding yourself doing the right things is very important. So I've been very lucky to have very supportive parents.
Amazing, amazing. তো আপনি এখানে কি জন্ম নিয়েছিলেন?
জি জি।
কোথায় বড় হয়েছেন?
St Albans in Hertfordshire.
St Albans.
জি জি।
One of the finest town in England. Yes.
If you look at the commuter belt, that's actually one of the, how'd you say, best quality of living in surrounding London, not too far away.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it has a huge legacy and historical connection. আমি গেলাম, কয়েকবার গিয়েছিলাম।
জি জি।
2002 সালে প্রথম যখন গেলাম, exceptional. Countryside is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Then you have some nice Bengali restaurant there.
হ্যাঁ।
একটাতে গিয়েছিলাম আমি, খুব চমৎকার, খুব চমৎকার। তো সেন্ট অলবন তো একটু ইংলিশ এরিয়া।
হ্যাঁ।
আপনার নিশ্চয়ই অনেক যখন জন্ম হলো তখন আপনার ওখানকার
আমার আব্বা
লোকাল
ওখানে গেছিল।
কমিউনিটি কেমন ছিল?
হ্যাঁ, আমার আব্বা ওইখানে গেছিল 1960.
Oh,
So he is actually one of the first East Pakistanis to go to St Albans. Kintu uni onek community work kora. He developed the community and brought a lot of people from East Pakistan into England from the early days. And he started by working in the rubber factory in St Albans, and then went on to work at Hawker Siddeley. He was a shop steward, building planes for Hawker Siddeley, which became British Aerospace. So from the early years, we were one of the only Asian families in our area. So it was challenging, but we took the challenge on because my parents always kept us very busy, doing sports days and going to classes. Every day was very busy after school and before school.
so when you joined the school, of course, were there many Bengalis there in
No.
the school?
No.
You were the only one, yes?
Say in primary school there was only myself and my brother and my sister.
And how have you coped with that?
I think, if you look at it, it's a challenge which, you try to represent your community, your identity by doing the best of your ability and exceeding. So it's actually a challenge rather than something which is detrimental. So we looked at it in another way, and we were pushed and always encouraged by our parents and family members as well.
And amazing, because your dad is, he's a remarkable hero of our community. Receiving Order of British Empire is, of course, not many people even achieve in their entire life, especially coming from Bangladesh, working and living in St Albans. So they must have given you a lot of positive sort of built-up supports. But then again, in my show, I have met many people who had very difficult primary school environments. So many teachers, many fellow students had a negative attitude. So what was your experience?
It was challenging, but when there's a challenge in front of you, you have to deal with the challenge. Rather than buckle under the weight, you have to go above it. So if you're the best at, let's say, from primary school to secondary school, I was I was the best badminton player in my school.
Badminton player?
Yeah.
Wow,
So
amazing.
then I represented my school, then I represented my county, Then I played in the national circuit. Then I played in the European circuit. So I was used to pushing that bar. And in cross country, I always used to finish in the first three positions out of 80, 90 children who used to go out in the woods in the middle of winter wearing our rugby clothes. And it was very challenging, very cold, and going through the woods, through the water, the puddles, and being covered in mud, and running through where the wind was very cold, hitting you.
Yeah.
And it was a mental thing. It was a way of proving yourself.
So playing badminton, UK is very windy. Back home in Bangladesh, we used to play badminton outside.
Yeah.
Here, of course, you need to be inside maybe a hole. So did your school have halls and things like that?
আমাদের স্কুলের মধ্যে we had the assembly hall where we had 3 courts, and then we had a gym with a very low ceiling. So in the gym I used to practice, and my technique was that because it's a low ceiling, I learned the skill of defending, because if you hit the shuttle very hard, if you defend and you can hit it flat, then you take the advantage.
Yes.
So I learned my skill there, and when I used to have teams coming from other schools to play us, that was a perfect ground for me.
Wow. So you took advantage of the facilities you had.
Absolutely.
And adapted your strategy.
Adapted my game according to, and the school hall, the assembly hall was very slippery. It was like an ice skating rink.
Yes.
So when you went to play a shot, you had to skate into the shot and hit the shuttle. So I developed the skill for that as well.
Now, especially in badminton, you don't want to give your opponent a longer time to see the ball coming from all the way, yes?
Deception.
Yeah.
And I was very lucky that I had a ex-county badminton player who was my technical drawing teacher. He taught me how to say stroke work and tactics.
Amazing.
Actually trained us from ground level upwards, so we exceeded. Our school became one of the top, well, it became the top school in the county.
Wow.
In badminton.
So in terms of personality-wise, of course, playing badminton meaning team players, you had to be physically resilient, emotionally resilient. After having defeat, you have to spring up, and then, and sometimes you have to handle pressure. Let's say someone is at the final numbers and you're still behind, and come back, So it gave you so much opportunities to strengthen your not only intellectual or biological strength, but psychological strength, yes? Of course, that's the positive side of it. Now, the negative side of course, it drains your energy, yes? But what I wanted to ask, from the sports to your personality-wise, were you an introvert or an extrovert?
I would say the earlier years I was introverted.
Yes.
But sports brings out a part of you which, it's not an individual sport. When you're playing in a team, you're a team player. And you have to take the position where you encourage your less, the players who are under you to get them through, because, it's about 3 pairs who play against another 3 pairs, and you have to mix the teams up so that you have the best chance of winning.
Absolutely.
So the skills of communicating, and as you said, many challenges. Because the way I looked at it, for every defeat, there's a benefit. Because if you actually study why you lost, actually think about it, analyze it, and then go to work and develop yourself and make that into a strength rather than a weakness.
Absolutely. I think sports always give you that opportunity. When I used to play cricket, so sometimes you get smashed by the batsman, yes? As a bowler, I used to do fast bowling. But then you keep on thinking, you're reflecting on your mistakes, and then you think about, how do I control my body? How do I put the ball in the right spot, at the right height? So sports gives you that opportunity to reflect, think about your strategies, and actually put aside your introvertedness and become extroverted. So a message for everyone here, colleagues and friends, আমাদের বাচ্চারা অফকোর্স জন্ম যখন নেই তখন তো ন্যাচারালি সে তার মা বাবাই তার ওয়ার্ল্ড, বাট অ্যাজ দে গো আউট they have to be a social individual, they have to work with other people, they have to befriend with other people. So in order to develop them socially and develop their social skills and social capital, sports is a very important one. And badminton, আমি দেখলাম, আমি অনেক জায়গায় তো ব্যাডমিন্টন আমি নিজেও খেলছি, Bengali people are very good in
Yes.
in badminton, and especially Chinese, Singaporean,
Asian people.
Far East Asian people are very good
Yeah.
in racket games. Yes,
Yeah.
not in tennis but in
Yeah.
ব্যাডমিন্টন। সো সবাই মিলে চলুন আমরা স্পোর্টসে অংশ নেই, এর মাধ্যমে আমরা সোশ্যাল স্কিল সাথে সাথে মানে ফিজিক্যালি অ্যান্ড মেন্টালি স্ট্রং হই। সো দ্যাটস এ গ্রেট থিং, থ্যাংক ইউ। নাও ইন টার্মস অফ এডুকেশন ওয়াইজ, ইয়েস, many parents, especially in Bangladesh, they struggle to carry number of books. Yes, we have become too bookish. But primary school is all about building character. Primary school is all about creating a mindset so that you become, open-minded, you have a growth mindset, you do not have a fixed mindset, you have a very strong characters, and you develop psychologically as well as biologically, physically. So tell us a bit more about what attributes you would expect from a kid and what parents should do to develop those skills to their kids.
I think one of the most important skills in life is to be a good person. Because if you're a good person, you can have respect, you present yourself in the right way, and you always respect your seniors and your peers and listen. Then it's a good way to develop yourself. And I always say to younger people that to be successful in life, it is 75% hard work and 20% being focused and consistent and 5% skill. A lot of people think it's skill which determines everything. It's not. I've seen a lot of skilled people, but they cannot focus or deliver.
Absolutely. So what we learned from these brief moments of interaction. So firstly is respect, empathy,
Yes.
and listening skills. So listening skills, empathy, and respect will of course develop you as an individual. But it's not about reading books and acquiring knowledge. It's not always about also building skills. It's about your outlook, your work ethics, hard work, commitment, discipline. These are very important, and this should be nurtured and developed from school. Yes.
Correct.
So you have your own, of course, very very attractive family. Tell us about your own offsprings. How did you shape their life in the formative stage, for example?
I would say that, we have been very lucky that we are surrounded by some of the most talented people and people with strong ethics and background. And that kind of environment, you only can excel in life. And, we're taught to contribute, not just take things out of the system, but you have to have a way of putting things in. And I find that, especially now at my age of 62, the focus is more about legacy, more about, putting the right things in and actually doing things which will make that difference rather than just making numbers up.
Absolutely. So you wanted to be a net contributor from day one, yes? Not a net receiver.
And that's the way I look at life.
Amazing.
It's a win-win position.
Yes.
If it's win and somebody loses the game, that's not a way forward.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's amazing. So in terms of your, you as a father, of course, you supported your son to achieve whatever they wanted to achieve. You must have some remarkable stories and histories. I don't want to go into that bit now. Of course, these are personal matters. Reflecting on your own son's journey, what message you wanted to give to parents?
The message is that I think you need to lead by example, and having respect for your parents is not an option, it's a must. That's our culture, it's in our religion, and I always, maintain that.
Amazing, amazing. So again here, many parents give non-stop advice.
Yeah.
Words mean nothing to kids. They want to see their parents living actually and doing. It's called walking the walk, not talking the talk, yes?
Correct.
So leading by example, meaning, support your son, but also show them. For example, if you show your respect, or if we show our respect to our parents, our kids will automatically respect us, isn't
Correct.
it? Yes?
Correct.
If we work hard, our kids will automatically work hard. if we are talking in a social environment and listening, and our sons and daughters will also listen. And if we remain empathetic, even if someone made mistakes, we need to see from their angle that all humans make mistakes, and all mistakes must have a justification.
Correct.
So developing that empathy is very important. And then, as a parent, of course, we have to be very determined in things in which we wanted to achieve something. So then they will also learn from it. So as a parent, I think it is our responsibility to lead by example. It is our responsibility to make sure we contribute to the world. And it is also our responsibility to make sure we work hard and make the best of our life. So viewers, we will now go for a quick break. And I will welcome you to come back to us. Let's join the discussion. And hopefully we will be discussing quite a lot about a second phase of our program, which is transition and transformation years. So please stay tuned and come back. Thank you.